Hello beadlings, welcome back. For this month's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to make a dizzy cuff. If you want to skip straight to the tutorial, go to this timestamp here. So for my 8 patrons who voted on the tutorial for this month, I am so sorry. I know you voted for a rotator cuff, and that is coming next month. But I just came up with the dizzy cuff and there's no tutorials out for it anywhere. I wanted to make sure that there was a tutorial available so that if people want to start making it right away, they have access to that tutorial. So next month for the rotator cuff, I promise. And the other thing that I have through Patreon is a monthly Kandi care package. The theme for this month is dinosaurs, and you can see this is actually one of the cuffs that is going out to everybody on that tier. The theme for September is going to be space, so it'll be like aliens and planets. It'll be really cool. And if you want to get a Kandi care package, the slots are limited, so make sure you sign up quick. So I did put out another video this month. You can go here to check it out. I did a Kandi FAQ and answered some of the questions that you all asked me on Instagram and the comments of previous posts. My Anchor partner has taken over some of the editing duties, which frees me up to be able to make more content, which is awesome. I'm gonna keep doing that, so I'll do one tutorial video and then one other like Kandi or rave related video every month. And I'm really excited about it. I don't know how to follow that up, but I'm f***ing stoked. On the note of changes, as you can see, we've done some renovations on the Kandi wall. It's a work in progress. You'll notice as my videos keep going, it'll be changing and growing, and we'll add some more little friends in there for you. And maybe in a future video, I can do some story times and like a little Kandi tour of all the stuff on the wall. I will be going to a festival at the beginning of September, so basically right after posting this video, I'm going to be going to a festival September 3rd, and that is North Coast. Disclaimer, I am fully vaccinated and I will be wearing a mask the whole time. Please stay safe. I'm really excited to go. I'm going with some of my best friends. We're going in a little group and getting a hotel together. It's really exciting. But if you're going and you see me there, please come say hi. I'm really looking forward to trading Kandi with people in person. I'm bringing a bunch of cuffs, a bunch of singles, some Kandi mushrooms. Like, I just want to go with a whole suitcase full of Kandi and then give it all away. So please, 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 if you see me there, come say hi and trade Kandi. That's all the announcements I have for this video, and now let's get to the tutorial. Make sure that you finish watching this full video before you start making your cuff so you don't waste time or supplies. So the supplies that you're going to need for this cuff are pony beads in whatever colors you want, string, as you know I like my 1.2 millimeter cloth covered stretch cord, a plastic yarn needle, this is optional but of course I love it, scissors for your string, tri-beads. So I'm going to show you. This is a tri-bead. It has 3 little points. I get mine from Bead Tin. You can also get them from most craft stores. You're also going to need a 1X cuff. Something important I forgot to mention about the X-base cuff that you use, it needs to have an even number of beads. So this one has 36 beads. Using one with 30 beads would also work, or 42 beads. But it needs to have an even number in order for the 3D part of this cuff to line up properly. If you're not sure how to make these or you haven't seen my tutorial on them, you can go ahead and click right here and it will take you to that video. Once you've got that X-base cuff, come on back and we will continue the tutorial. I already cut myself a pretty long piece of string. I honestly didn't measure it out. I just was like, let's go. Drop it on the floor, let it roll. Big old piece of string. Take your string and tie it to your X-base. I use a triple knot and I tie it right next to a bead that I can hide it inside of. Once you've got that knot on there nice and secure, you're going to cut off the short end. So once you've got your string tied onto the base of your cuff, you're going to tie the other end onto the needle. And I just use a double knot, something secure. It's not going to come undone while I'm working. Then you're going to take your string, you're going to add 5 beads in whatever color pattern you like. I'm doing green and bronze, so I'm doing 5 beads like that. And instead of putting it in this bead directly to the right, I'm actually going to go on the diagonal to the next bead over on that down diagonal, going with the string. And pull that tight. And when you pull that tight, you'll see it makes like a little arch. That's what you want. You're going to add 5 more beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to go on the diagonal to the next one over. And pull it through. You see that makes kind of a little V. And you've got 2 little arches. You're going to repeat that all the way around the cuff. So this next one, down diagonal, up diagonal, down diagonal. You'll see. Here's a trick, actually. You know, sometimes you get these beads that are a little jagged around the edges, and you don't want to use them for a cuff or a single because they're itchy, they like hurt. If you use them on outside decoration of a cuff, they're not touching anybody's skin, and this bead is going to end up hidden, so you're not going to be able to see this little jaggedy line anyway, but that way the bead doesn't go to waste. So now we're back on our last diagonal here. You can see we're back at the beginning. You're going to go through this contact bead and also through these 3 beads. You're going to come out this center bead pointing downwards. So just like that. And pull it tight. So you can see you're coming out of this bead going downwards. Now you're going to add 2 beads. For me, it's 2 green beads. And you're going to go into that bottom contact bead. And now we're going the other direction. So we were going that way. Now we're going to go this way. And pull it tight. You can see that formed the bottom of an X, and we're coming out of this contact bead. Now we're going to add 2 beads, and we're going to go up through the middle of this bronze bead. So 2 green, and up through the middle there. Just like that. Make the bottom of another X. And then add 2 beads and into this next contact bead to complete that X. Just like that. So this is a separate way of making a 3D cuff, and the difference is that these middle beads are pointing downwards. So the hole runs vertically instead of horizontally like it does with the other way of making a 3D cuff. You're going to continue this all the way around the cuff. So 2 beads down through the center, 2 beads, and through the contact bead. Just like that. And you can see it gets a little twisty. You just shove them around until they look like an X. You repeat that all the way around the cuff until it's all X's. So now we are back at the beginning. We're going to add our last 2 beads going up into there. 1, 2, and coming up out of the middle. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the string off of the needle. And if you are better at untying knots than me, you can just untie the knot. But if you are lazy and you have lots of string, just cut it off. It's fine. Now you've got this string coming out the top. And what you actually want is to flip it over so the string is coming out the bottom. With the string coming out the bottom of a middle bead, you're going to add pony bead, tri bead, pony bead, tri bead, pony bead, tri bead, pony bead, tri bead, and pony bead. So you'll have a string like this. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pony beads separated by 4 tri beads, just like that. It's coming out the bottom of this one. You're going to run it through the top of the next one over, just like that, and pull it tight. And you can see that already forces it into a curve. The tri beads sit in between those pony beads and make them sit almost at like a little triangle angle, and that's what makes it flow really nicely. You're going to repeat that all the way around the circle. Sometimes, let's see, there you go, the tip gets really frayed, and it bothers me because it doesn't go smoothly into these little teeny holes. So small, little teeny. So I just snip the tip. It's easier. Again, we will go through the bottom there. Perfect. Coming up the other end. And now I like to go back through and just tighten these so that they are going to stand up straight. That's all standing up very nicely now. And then just take the string and run it back down through the arm of that X. Just like that. So that it's coming out right at the base. And then just tie it off. I like to use a triple knot. And honestly, it's literally like a triple granny knot. 1, see, poke it up through there. 2, and 3. knot there. It just hides right there in a bead. And cut off the extra string. There you go. You have yourself a dizzy cuff. Now you can also be very extra like me and add a little decoration, which is why I have the pliers. I also have an O-ring that is big enough to fit around a pony bead. So we're going to just open that up. Put the dinosaur on there, my little dino dude. And then pick one of these middle beads, doesn't really matter which one. And just put it through. And then we will bend him back, just like that. There's a little gap there that the dinosaur could fall out of, so I'm going to close that up. There we go. Dino's not going anywhere. And there you have it. Now you know how to make a dizzy cuff. Thank you so much for watching. I hate doing outros, so Hubert is going to do this one with me. Those of you who have been watching my TikTok for a while and have seen me on live will remember Hubert. He is my chief moderator and he is a very good boy. I hope this tutorial helped you. If you make a dizzy cuff and you take pictures, please tag me on Instagram. I love seeing what you all make. Here's my handle. Let me know in the comments what you liked about this video, what helped you, what you would want to see in future videos, and what you think I should do next. A super, super big thank you to my patrons. You are the best children I could ever wish for. Please do like and subscribe if this video helped you at all. If you want to see future Kandi content, do it for Hubert. Do it for that face. If you won't do it for this face, do it for that face. Fleur! So that's the dizzy cuff. You kind of see it's real neat, cool little. It's a cool little spiral boy. Yeah.